The 25th annual Running Challenge Week has just drawn to a close at Club Santa Lanzarote. 102 women and 211 men completed all 4 races in the series. Kasper Laumann Hartlev of Denmark took the title for the men in a time of 2 hours 45.56, with Germany's Christi Dorschel winning the women's title in 3 hours 6.20. The event is held over 4 days with 4 very different races: a 10k road race, a 13k hill climb, a 5k beach run and a half marathon around the streets and volcanoes of Tanajo. The idea for the event was conceived in 1988, proposed by longtime friend to Santa, Vince Regan, who sadly passed away several months before seeing his idea reach its successful 25th edition. Friends and colleagues shared an evening in his honour the night before the first race, where his memory was celebrated in a series of tributes paid by people who'd all spent time in his company. And in his honour, the first race of the challenge was thus dedicated the Vince Regan Memorial 10k Classic Road Run. Over 400 people started in the stadium of Club Santa at 10 in the morning, running out of the complex onto the village of Caleta de Caballo. The young Dane Kasper Laumann led the way around the 2-lap course with runners of all ages and abilities spread out along the route, which had been closed to traffic for the duration of the race. The runners, many in their club colours, all made it across the line safely for this, a warm-up for the next day's race. Day 2, and the rough road 13k slog up the Caldera del Cuchillo. The famous Lanzarote wind kicked up a gear, providing another obstacle for the runners to overcome, which many did with the good humour and camaraderie expected at this meet. All the effort is rewarded with a spectacular view down to Santa, across to the village of So, and over to the cliffs of Famara and the islands of La Graciosa and Alagranza. The next day's race couldn't be more different, involving a journey to the south of the island to the beach of Los Precios, Puerto del Carmen, to run a 5k race on the sun-kissed sands. Already people were settling down for a day of sun worship at 10 a.m. when the gun fired, sending 400 brightly coloured runners across the beach. Ireland's Paul Fleming was the quickest across the sand on the day, with Christi Dorschel extending her lead in the women's race by finishing the 5k in just 21 minutes, over a minute faster than her nearest rival. But for many, however, minutes and seconds weren't a consideration. Having a good time was the most that they expected on a particularly good day for a spot of team bonding and club pride. The final race on day 4 was the 21k Vuelta de Tanajo. Starting from the Virgin Shrine at Mancha Blanca and winding through the back streets and farm tracks of Tanajo before heading down the hill to the finish line at Club Santa. But with one killer climb and a mix of on and off-road track, the course provides a respectable challenge to the runners hoping to get to the finish line and collect their medals for completing one of the most enduring and endearing events in the Club Santa calendar. All our thanks go to Vince for inspiring 25 years of running challenge, and we look forward to seeing you for the 26th challenge in November 2014.